We're going to be good and we're going to play Echo now. We've got to respect the wheel, otherwise what's the point? Society might as well break down. However, if we see a title like Puzzle Puppers, then damn right we're going to do some extra stuff. I used to believe in, like, never breaking the rules. But then I saw Puzzle Puppers. Echo, peace. Kids playing in mech wreckage. A ghost. Alright, immediately I'm getting Tales from the Loop vibes. One last journey across the ancient battleground to find a pilot's final resting place. A GM-less storytelling and map drawing game for 3 or more players. One-on-one play is also possible. About how we remember war, how we forget, and all that remains when the echoes fade. 1 to 3 hours play, 4 pages, 3 random tables for some tech, a blank hex map. Game was inspired by the wreckage of a downed Japanese Zero fighter I came across in the Sabah countryside when I was a kid. The stripped fuselage had been lying there for nearly 40 years, a lonely fallen engine of destruction. Yeah, I'm definitely getting Tales from the Loop vibes so much at the moment. Let us see what it is about. So we've got a map. Let's have a look at the map first. So this is just a hex grid. Okay, cool. That's fine. Good that it's provided, I guess. And we have a colour version. Let's look at the colour version. I mean, that's kind of pretty. Kind of like the whole abandoned industrial feel to it. I don't see any puppers in this photo, but that doesn't necessarily mean there aren't any. It just means I can't see them. GM story of selling game for 3 or more players. A land at peace. Scars of a great war have healed over the decades. Children play among the wreckage of giant mechs of war. They find a ghost. The mind of a dead mech pilot, backed up in a tiny echo drive just before death, it lodged in the dirt and long forgotten. It regales them with stories of the great war that once ravaged the world. In exchange, it asks that they reunite with its fallen mech and a final resting place. Okay, so it's a bit more prescriptive than I was expecting. Okay, this has got the hex map at the back as well. We'll just have a very brief look through. So pilot one. So okay, yeah. So 1 player is the pilot, and 2 or more players are the children. So the pilot introduces itself, name, unit, serial number, last mission, what you loved most about your past life, people you left behind, whether you came from this land or another country or even another planet. And the children, what are your names, how old are you, and what were you doing when you found the Echo Drive? Sorry, ECH0 drive. Playing field trip, scavenging for scrap. How do you know each other? So yeah, it's predicated on the fact that children already know each other. There's no like group building in it. ECH0. Children teach the pilots about your world. The Echo Drive can speak and hear, but not see, so be their eyes. Start by making a map, marking where you found the drive. Was it a cave, a beach, an orchard? As you describe more locations during the game, feel free to add woods, hills, rivers and lakes, coastlines, towns and roads. Choose the world is advanced or low tech. So it's kind of like a... It's almost like a game of articulating kind of the world around you. I think I can't copy paste it, unfortunately. I don't know what the font is. Pilot, was the world as advanced back then as it is now? Has it regressed? Children choose 1 hometown from the advanced or low tech options, or roll a die. Mark it on the map. Yeah, anything from fishing boats to busy port cities. Scars on the land, how much damage remains. Okay, now the main mechanic, journey. Yeah, it still seems to be the main mechanic. Children, each of you in turns leads the group on a journey to a mech, a mighty wreck that lies silent, disarmed, harmless. The oldest child goes first, I'll decide who does. Choose a description and fate, or roll a die for each, and then mark it on the map. Any child can have details of the story. How large was the mech, humanoid or bestial? Colours of the armour, if they left, thrusters, wings, specialised limbs. There's definitely some legs to this. I think it would be a very interesting one to play. It'd be a very interesting one-shot. Pilot, what do you remember of this mech? Friend or foe, hero or craven? How did it meet its end? Yeah, so you kind of... I guess the scenes play out as meeting these mechs. And then then once you get to the mechs, that's when you've got your kind of like your exposition moments. What are these? Some examples. Just a head and upper torso, the rest underground. A tunnel leads down to the hollowed wreck, someone's home. So yeah, it's got kind of like prompts. But obviously you could totally just go completely against these tables and just make up whatever the hell you want. As opposed to Fable. I was thinking it. I can't lie. And then the final mech, the final resting place of the pilot. Child, describe this mech, same process as above. Are there bones, a helmet, scraps of uniform? Describe all that remains. After this scene plays out, the echo drive power fails for the last time. Pilot, meet your end, stoically or in tears. Yeah, so it's kind of like the last moments of a historical figure. Of like the mind of a dead mech frozen in time. Say farewell, provide consolidate. So that's interesting. It's interesting that what you get with, you don't really get like closure on a lot of RPGs. You don't really get like a sense always of how to end it. I find that most RPGs, even ones that are where the system is very geared to a one shot, they tend to leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger. Here's where you could go next. Here's what your characters could do next. You know, here's where the narrative can go. Here's the direction it can go. And here it's like, no. Here's where the narrative ends, and you're gonna play these closing scenes, and that's it. That's your characters. That's your enclosed story. I honestly think that's kind of rare. Based on at least the RPGs that I've played. So that's interesting. It's got that going for it. Yeah, I think I'd like to play that at some point. That's definitely one. So I've got a bit of a pile of one shots that I wanna either run or play, and I think this might be going on it. Very interesting. It's also a game. Obviously, it's a GM-less game, but it also does not take any prep. You might want to spend a bit of time doing some research on the world. I say doing research on the world, just like finding some touchstones and reading some similar genre stuff, so you've got kind of an idea to build from, and everyone's kind of on the same page about what the world is. But other than that, yeah, this is a very cool GM-less system. I approve wholeheartedly. Next game. Let us randomize the wheel. We did it. We were good. And that is just one of the 1,637 games that you too could own by giving your money to good causes and getting this bundle at charity.mindes.co.uk. I am not affiliated with ECH0 in any way. I just set up that website so I could put it in the stream description, and it would be nice and easy to type.